The fight for equal pay for women athletes reignited again just in time for the Tokyo Olympics. Joining us now is West Virginia Senator Shelley Moore Capito. Senator, welcome back to Capitol Review. Great to talk to you again. And this time, we're talking about a very important piece of bipartisan legislation that you reintroduced, the Equal Pay for Team USA Act. So right now, men and women representing Team USA in the same sport, they can receive different compensation. So how are you hoping to change that?
Well, I think we need to set an example for the rest of the world and really for our young men and women athletes and others in this country. And that is equal pay for our Team USA male and female team members. These are athletes that are competing for our country. This came to light, as we know, after the USA women's soccer team scored a big victory and won about a year ago, probably the inequities in pay. And I think it's only it's a good step, I think, for equal pay and benefits all across the board. But certainly, as we are supporting our athletes as a country, I think that they should be receiving equal pay for equal work. And that's what my bill with Senator Maria Cantwell is all about.
So a lot of people argue that despite the medals, the arenas between male and female sports with their sponsors and fan base are the reasons behind the unlevel playing field in their compensation. What's your response to that on behalf of the female Team USA athletes?
Well, let's remember that these are teams that are competing and funded in some form or fashion by our country. There's over 50 teams, I think, that will be competing in the Olympics as we're just getting ready to embark on that. And I would challenge anybody to say that who isn't going to be watching Simone Biles as she tries to secure those gold medals in women's gymnastics, as she did several years ago? Who's not going to be watching the women's soccer team try to capture the gold as they were so successful last year? Who's not going to be watching, the men's, tennis team or what other teams, swimming and all of that? I mean, I think Katie Ledecky is going to generate just as much excitement as some of our male swimmers. And so I just don't think that is a good argument in an amateur sports arena that are representing our country and cheering our country on in victory.
So this landmark legislation not only focuses on pay, but also all athletes are given the same benefits, medical care, travel budget, and also reimbursement of expenses. So how do you think and how do you foresee this kind of setting a new bar for equal pay and benefits for all women in other industries?
Well, I think that certainly we've had legislation before us where we have been trying to strive for equal pay for equal work all across the board, whether it's athletics, any kind of workplace. There are avenues for disputes to be settled, for grievances to be filed in other ways. This is the encompassing look on this in terms of benefits, particularly in the area of sports. Medical benefits are incredibly important. We hear a lot about that at the college level athlete, and also what happens if they get injured in the course of their scholarship and what happens to them as they move on. And I think the continuation or the preservation of medical benefits is exceedingly important because there is a sustainment of injuries many times with our athletes. So I think it's a good benchmark, and I think it's something that's under our control and definable, particularly as we see the Olympics moving on. And I think we want to tell the young women in this country that you and your years of dedication and getting up early to get into the pool or working out late into the evening and try to managing your schoolwork is just as important as a young man as he's trying to strive to be the ultimate achiever in a particular sport. And I think I love athletics myself. I love to watch it. I love to play it. And so I'm particularly drawn to this issue because of the athletic aspect of it.
West Virginia Senator Shelley Moore Capito, thank you so much again for your time and for talking to us here on Capitol Review.
All right. Thank you. Go Team USA.
Woo!